There we go! What a round! I called it!
Summer feels like it might finally be here in Queensland. It's definitely been heating up over the past couple of days, and the same can be said for the competition here at XP's HSL, where esports begin, and well, we're beginning our mid-season right now, as we're going to be having another 2 matches from both of our conferences, Conference A and Conference B, each going to be sending some schools out there compete. If you're a fan of Forest Lakes or you're a student at Forest Lakes, well, then you're definitely going to be a fan of this one, because we will be covering both of their squads. Before we get too far into that, though, as per, usual, and what we very much enjoy doing here at XP, have to thank the wonderful sponsors for putting together again and supporting us for this event. Computer Alliance providing all the tech that we use to help stream, broadcast, and run all the action at the Gamers Ground, where majority of this is taking place. Again, if you haven't been there yet, located at the University of Queensland, it is a sick place to go, play some games, check out the driving sims. It's a wonderful time. Inspire Tech, I should say, for helping, provide tools and resources for all the students participating in this event to help them plan, forethought, and just get themselves in the best place possible to compete. And of course, our prize providers in EPOS. I'm wearing an EPOS headset. I am using an EPOS microphone. A big thank you to them as well for providing prizes to our finalists this season. It's going to be a really exciting one. And speaking of bringing that excitement, let's take a look at the schedule. Or is it the standings? Which one we got? Yeah, it's going to be the matchup. That's what we want to see first. Forest Lake Green taking on the Canberra Taipans. I told you we're going to be seeing a lot of Forest Lake today. This is going to be where it begins. The number 2 versus the number 3 place team right now in Conference A. This is going to be a potential playoff matchup. Should the season ended right now, we would be seeing these two guys go for a best of 7, but instead, we're going to be seeing them a lot earlier than expected. Following this as well, we will be seeing the other Forest Lake squad, good old Forest Lake Blue, I believe, will be going up against Lockyer District High School in another 2nd versus 3rd place matchup. So we're getting a lot of 2v3s out there today. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be heading to the pitch real shortly, though, right now. So if you're watching along in the Twitch chat, I have to admit, I don't have you open yet, but I'll open you up right now so we can say hi, have a chat again when solo casting. It's always nice to have that second voice with me, but the second voice has to come from you. That's what we're doing today. That's how we're going to be playing this one out. So hopefully we have a good one today as we get ready to go in this. As we're kicking off our opening game, word has been given to the players. They're making their way on to that pitch. Game number 1. Forest Lakes Green will be in blue. The Canberra Taipans will be in orange as we head straight on to the action. Now, this Forest Lake Green side will be consisting of Crazy alongside the likes of Alexa and a programmer RL69. For the side of the Canberra Taipans, we have a Chili side, I should say, Bentley Horn, as well as Twitch Yabot260. So a lot of familiar names, as per usual, in a matchup like this one. That tends to be the case, I feel like, when we do get going. in these, so not too surprising to see that, again, kind of being the case right here. Initially, though, first goal, first attack, going to come from the Forest Lake Green side, not able to put it through. Now, Forest Lake is the defending champs. This team, super, super strong. In the past, they've had some really great runs. They tend to have strong performances. They're a consistent face in the finals. And so far this season, it's been looking like much more of the same right now. Forest Lake Green has been a super competitive school. It feels like each and every event. And I am kind of leaning on them to be the favorites. That said, the Cambry Taipans, Chili Sign in particular, definitely not a player to be overlooking as well. But it's Bentley Horn who will be the one who gets the opening goal. And Cambry starts us off with a 1-0 lead. I also have to give a special shout out as well whenever I see this come into play. Well, I didn't like that skin. Okay, so first of all, the esports skins, always love seeing. I want to take a closer look at who was repping it. I believe it was Bentley Horn themselves repping the Ground Zero skin. Normally, I don't talk about skins too much. I just like to point out ones I really, really like. And when you're repping an OCE team, I really, really like it. Even if Ground Zero isn't the best team right now. Maybe, I don't know if that's like supposed to be the current iteration of Ground Zero that you're supporting, you know, the likes of good old Kaka, Finn, and Shores, or if you're looking to be repping, you know, old school Ground Zero, some Torsos, Amphis, and Express, a couple Brisbane locals actually in that second lineup now known as Power. Either way, we're talking about the pro scene. Maybe because the regional happened just yesterday. I should say the regional, it was the Fall Cup. But we got to talk about, you know, where things start. And that's always going to be here. That's always going to be within these high school leagues. And the Cambry Taipans are the team that started off looking good at first. Pass play up to Programmer. Not quite going to connect. Alexa now wanted to be the one to throw it back. Instead, it'll be shut down mid-pitch by Crazy. As, oh, a little awkward right there. A couple swings and misses. No one going too far with it. Playing off that side wall. Pressure from underneath is going to start with Crazy. Looking to push it all the way to the opposite end. A little bit of a challenge. Goes a little bit awry. Alexa now popping it up. Second touch. Stopped by, I believe that was Yabat. And we'll start to take it back up in the opposite direction. Crazy still holding that defensive front right now. Ball's going to fall in front of the net. And the Taipans take a 2-0 lead in our opening match. Yeah, it was just Chili Sign on the setup. Gets the second touch. Kind of looked like Forest Lake was a little bit distracted on the opposite corner. Not necessarily where they would want to be in a situation like that. 2-0 now in favor of the Taipans. Not too shabby of a start. Crazy throwing it down. That's a great read by Yabat. You kind of have to give Crazy a little bit of the assist right there. A very awkward defensive touch. Oh, they really wanted to put that more into the corner instead of in front of the net. Forest Lake Green, I think the other two teammates were also looking for a bit more power behind that strike, and they wound up just not being in position to recover. Taipans now with a 3-goal lead. Boys, for a very strong opener right now. Again, with these two teams as well, though, you'd have to start thinking bigger picture, I feel like, between these two, because I don't see this one being a sweep either way. So, like, even though Taipans are looking very strong right now, Forest Lake Green are a team that I feel like would be able to come back. Granted, as well, Forest Lake Green, even though I think their ceiling is higher than a lot of teams, sometimes they do look a little bit shaky for a game or two in a series. And you actually kind of rarely see them sweep, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, when they play their stream games, I should say, when they play, like, you know, tougher opponents, they rarely do get that sweep, even though they do usually win it. So I'm thinking neither team should be too elated or too panicky at the end of game number one. Right now, a double touch attempt actually was a pass down to Alexa. And that's kind of that Forest Lake Green sort of spice that we were looking to see perhaps a little bit earlier in this one. Good little pass setup, faking the double, leaves it for Alexa. And we have ourselves the 1-3 game. Alexa, of course, going to be the player to look out for on the Forest Lake Green side. Has a strong history here at the XPHSL. Always going to be a player to look out for. Always going to be a player to be threatening in some tough situations. A minute 18. Game not over yet. Forest Lake Green can make this attack stick. We'll have a very interesting final minute of play. Crazy, though, actually pinches it behind them. Open up the doorway for Bentley. He'll go a bit of a distance with the play. Not as far, perhaps, as they would like. Minute remaining. On the clock, 2-goal differential. Crazy over the top. Doesn't get the second touch. Good backboard defense from Chili Sign. able to keep the ball spread out, at least momentarily. Now we have Programmer looking to center it. Swing and a miss from Bentley. Ball in front of the net. Programmer's there. Chili sign able to loop back around. Keep it safe for the time being. 40 seconds still to go. And with a 2-goal differential, the Taipans, they're going to be, well, I think a little relieved with this Game 1 result. Not the cleanest game from either side. Granted, Forest Lake to Green, they definitely took a little longer to warm up, at least defensively, and well, maybe even offensively as well. A lot more consistent touches coming from the blue side on the second half of this game. But that is not what matters. What matters is the end result of game number 1. The Cambry Taipans, last second save by Yabat, and that will be enough to put this one away. Hold the phone. Hold it, hold it. We got another 5 seconds. The goal did come through. Forest Lake Green could get that kickoff. Alrighty. Here we go. 5 seconds left on the clock. Forest Lake Green. Do they have a little bit of magic in them? Gonna have to pull off the big time play. They get the ball to the Taipan backboard. It will hit the ground, however. And the Cambry Taipans take game number 1. 3 unanswered goals. Too much of a hill to climb back from, and for Forest Lake Green, well, it's going to be to the drawing board. They did look a lot stronger that second half, so I definitely don't think we write this side off by any stretch of the imagination. I think we're going to get a proper series in this one. I can see momentum shifting a lot both ways right now. Taking a look at some of these stats, though, at the end of this game. Pretty even on the shot counter, pretty even on the save counter, even touches. Kind of even across the board. These two teams super evenly matched, and it's going to make for an interesting game, too. I think game 2 is going to be a bit more of a spicy one. Just because, like, how do I best put this? I do think the series can be back and forth. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. But if the Taipans win game number 2, very likely they take this series. Very, very likely indeed. And because I don't see a reverse sweep with how close they are. So this is a very critical game for the Forest Lake Green side. Granted, reverse sweeps can happen. It's not as if it's completely impossible. We'll see how it plays off the kickoff. Alexa, again, creating that space. And Forest Lake Green kickoffs have been looking stronger and stronger, kind of, as the series is starting to progress right now. Crazy, though, with that next touch towards the net. Won't quite find its way in. Ball going all the way back to the blue side of the pitch, where Bentley puts a little touch towards the net. Not really enough to be too threatening. So we try to bring it back up that other way. Crazy from underneath, not able to do too much with it. Instead gets left for Alexa, who doesn't get the challenge they were looking for. Chili side going up. Ball bouncing around in front of the net. Programmer will be the one who's able to clear it back out to safety. Tries to stay with the play as well. Chili side swings and a miss on the challenge through the corner. Now Programmer off that backboard looking for a teammate. Alexa not in position to commit. Will wind up giving possession back over to the Cambry Taipans. First minute of play. Still no goal scored. Looks like both teams have settled down a little bit. The attacks aren't the longest ones. It's actually a relatively quick back and forth game so far at this stage of it all. Defense is doing a good job in finding the space, but I also think a lot of that has to do with almost how passive each of these teams are playing on the attack. I'd like to see that get mixed up a little bit. Now, crazy shot. It was close. Not quite on its mark, however. As Programmer goes up for it, looking for the second touch. Not enough boost to get there in time. Still trying to apply that pressure, but this is what I mean. Forest Lakes, they're sitting up for a bit further back. They're playing kind of reactive offense, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It makes it harder for the Taipans to get a dynamic counterattack in their own favor. But for the time being right now, Forest Lake, like, it's not really enough to sort of break that defensive line. One of the good things going for Forest Lake, though, we haven't seen any of the Taipans attack. Well, at least until now. That clear will get it to the opposite side. Let's see what the Taipans can do. Is there venom in their strike? Not for the time being. In fact, we're going back up the other way. Good save by Chili Sign. Doesn't find Yabat, however, and Alexa will get the goal. Good heads-up play right there. You can see Chili Sign made that touch, but a bit too much power behind it. Yabat cannot get the read. Alexa in position for the punish. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Forest Lake, again, that's now 3 unanswered in their favor. If we're looking at the series as a whole, momentum well and truly back in their side, which is only going to be a good thing, I believe, moving forward in this one. At least you're a fan of the Forest Lake team. I mean, if you're a fan of the Taipans, Not really quite what you were looking for right here. Another shot by Alexa will be stopped on the line by one chili sign. As the ball makes its way back across the midfield mark. Taipans, after 3 early goals in this series, have been shut out for a little while now. I don't want to see those offensive juices flowing once again, but first they got to make those defensive stops, and unforced errors like that not going to help their situation. Ball got behind the defense. Now the pressure coming through. Open net. It's going to get down. Second goal for Alexa to make it 2-0 in favor of Forest Lake. Just a good heads-up play right there by this Forest Lake side. 2-0 up right now. Canterbury Taipans starting to fall a little bit further behind in this one. As the kickoff makes its way to the backboard. See what Yabat will be able to do. Tries to create a bit of space, actually, coming back up the pitch right now. Alexa there plays a nice little smidgen of shadow defense, enough to keep that ball across and in front of the net. Where Crazy continues to try to push it. Chili sign, though, will be the one who takes it away. No, that could have been a shot. But Bentley Horn in the way of the teammate. 2 minutes to go. Time ticking down for the Taipans. Forest Lakes definitely look like they've warmed up in this series. Although that attack might not show for it. Programmer left alone. Yabat avoids the dunk. Would have really liked to find it there. So it'll be Chili sign trying to make their way to the backboard. Good defensive play by Crazy. Half flips, but too slowly. To it, swing and a miss. An unforced error. Just kind of lets the Taipans right back in this one. Oh, this is going to be an awkward watch again. That was Crazy, not quite there. And we may have lost Programmer, actually. It's now currently a 2v3. Programmer has jumped back out. Oh, and out and on again. Keep our eyes on that one. Not too sure what was going on right there. Looks like all is okay now, though. So Programmer hopefully has found themselves back onto the pitch consistently. Minute 15, though. More than enough time to see that equalizer. Teams have scored with a lot less in the past, and I mean, if you're Forest Lake, again, going down 2-0 in a tight series would be painful for them. Going up to a 2-goal lead, however, it feels pretty good. Forest Lakes now, 3-1. Great goal right there. Now, here we go. 105, 3-1. Forest Lake Green. As we see the play off the roof. No! Not quite able to hit its mark. A bit unfortunate. Alexa now trying to take it right back up in that opposite direction. Let's see what can be made. As Alexa comes up high, can't come down with it. Chili sign, another touch towards the net. Alexa first touch. 45 seconds, not going to be enough. This is where we settle things down. This is where we call it. Yeah, I believe Forest Lake, they've equalized this series. They're going to be taking it to at least a game number 4. As we'll just wait for this one to come to its end. Ooh, swing and a miss from Crazy. Chili sign will be the one who pushes it forward. Again, more swings and misses coming from teams. Yabat. Lets that one sail behind them. As eventually we'll get Alexa with that light touch. Stolen away by Crazy. Oh, it's off the post and not quite in. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate here. 8 seconds still to go. Bump happening from Yabat, not quite enough. 3 seconds left in this one. Still no shot in on its mark. Yabat, though, going for a stylish end to the game. Isn't able to get the play from the ceiling. That's going to be Forest Lake Green, tying us back up at 1 apiece. Whew. So, yeah, we got ourselves in a series. Like, this is what's expected. That momentum kind of shifting back and forth. Hasn't really gone back yet, though. Taipans, they had the hot start, but since then, haven't really seen it kind of carry over just yet. Man, I want to jump in that Utopia Coliseum water. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is hot here in Queensland, or at least it's hot in my room. I think in between games, I'll let you know just how hot, all right? Because I know that's what everyone here cares about, right? How warm is the caster? Here we go, 5 minutes on the clock. Game number 3 here. Best of 5. Fight for second place in the standings. Forest Lake Green trying to make the play through the corner and actually getting very physical on that sidewall. For the time being, pinch from Bentley. Not quite straight enough to go into its mark. Programmer goes up with it, trying to pass it back down to Crazy. That's going to be a shot straight down the middle. Bumps coming through, but Yabat isn't able to stay with it. Winds up getting pushed off the play in the end. Now Crazy Stays with it. Bentley swings. Bentley misses. You bought. Clears it down to the opposite corner. Gets the second touch. Chili sign is there. Had to put it on target. Puts it high, but it was just to bait the defender. What a patient attack from the box. And you could even say Alexa kind of panicked a little bit at the end right there. Just wasn't able to keep that one quite under wraps. So Canterbury Taipans, for the first time since game number 1, have themselves a lead. See if they'll be able to hold on to it. Programmer takes it across the midfield line where Bentley will try to slow it down. Programmer stays with the plate. Off the backboard. Shot comes through and Crazy has us tied. Did not take long at all for Crazy to hit that equalizer right there. That's what we want to see. You would have to think. Now, even though we're saying Forest Lakes coming into this game in second as well, and Canterbury Taipans are in third, Forest Lakes are still undefeated. And they're undefeated and tied right now with the Irish Warriors, who are another sort of log-stead, strong-performing team in this league. And that's something that you'd have to think Forest Lake Green well aware of. They're going to be looking and hoping to kind of take that spot back and kind of be alone as number 1. So our eyes will be looking towards that match eventually when it does come into play to see who is that number 1 side. Granted, if the Taipans play spoiler right here, it's very rare that teams actually go undefeated throughout the season. It's only happened a couple times in HSL history, so I do feel it's coming. And it could come earlier than Forest Lake would like. And the Taipans are no slouches either. I mean, the fact that, yeah, they may have dropped a series, I believe, to the Irish Warriors. Like, they're still one of the top teams right now. I do kind of consider these to be the 3 teams in the running to sort of win it all at the end of the season. And that's why the number 1 seed is going to be so important. Because the 2 and 3 seed more likely to play, like, they play against each other a little bit earlier than the others do. And that's something you kind of want to avoid, right? Like, you want to make sure you avoid that your other biggest competition until the grand final. Bentley! Not going to get the strike. Still a tie ball game. 3 minutes left on the clock. Crazy. Takes it across that middle of the pitch. Within the context of the series as well, though. As Crazy actually got that through. I was expecting the defense to make the save. That's a little bit awkward from the Taipans. Several defenders really having a chance. I mean, it was Crazy with the read, but both defenders getting jammed up on the boost. That is a awkward mistake and not one that you typically see. So, not sure how Forest Lake, well, I'm not sure how the Taipans are going to be feeling about that. Forest Lake obviously going to be feeling quite happy with that one. Still plenty of time left on the clock, but we're now adding to the lead. And that looked the exact same. Like, that looked like the exact same angle that we saw before. Granted, it wasn't from a dunk, and Yabat just made to feel a little bit awkward at the end of that. 3-1 lead, Forest Lake. Pulling away now here in game number 3. We thought with that early goal, hey, maybe the Taipans, maybe they're back in this one. They still might be. That shot from Yabat just a little bit high. Not quite where it needed to be. Shot from Chili Sign as well, a little bit wide. Defense panicking, missing. Chili Sign pass back. Attacker gets demoed. Programmer misses. But Alexa's there for the clear. Woo! We're getting spicy in this one. That's Crazy. Tries to get that ball to the corner right now. Programmer. Shot gets close. Bentley. Touch, but not in. Crazy. Now trying to clear it across that midfield line where Alexa will pop it. Follow it to the backboard. Oh, there's only a couple awkward touches. Not enough right there. Programmer, though, might have something. And again, not quite there. It's Crazy who gets it from above. 4-1 lead. Forest Lake's now comfortable here in game number 3. They're going to be looking like they're going to be going to match point. And again, ever since the end of game number 1, you have to feel like momentum has been on the blue side. Oh boy. Here we go. It's getting spicy in this matchup. Very, very spicy indeed. Programmer. 1 touch. 2 touch. Flick touch. Stolen touch. Chili Sign. Taking it right on back. Crazy again. Out of that corner. Alexa pops it. Yabat swings and misses. Now Bentley will try to kind of create a little something here. Delicate touch back down. Can only do so much with it. Yabot, ooh. A little spiky. Now comes up for the play. Oh, that's a big challenge in front of the net. There's Alexa. But it's not enough to get it through. I don't know why that got me excited. I thought we were about to see something special. Instead, we kind of get the easiest counter-attacking goal of the day so far. Canterbury Taipans. Well, you know, you have two fangs in the snake's mouth. They're going to need both of them to hit. Down 2 goals. Under a minute to go. Taipans are known for their lethality. They're going to have to show it here. 57 seconds left. My eyes are going to be, again... In this situation, my eyes are actually going to be on Yabot 260. If we're going to see something. Yabot has been where the inconsistencies have been kind of starting to rear their head. I feel like if Yabot can start to calm it down, get a bit more consistent with their challenges and touches, it will elevate the rest of the team. So, kind of rooting for Yabot right now, as they're the ones who clears it across the midfield line. Programmer is the one who takes it away. Programmer, you can almost say the same thing about the Forest Lake side. Double commit on the defense. Not enough for the goal to go through, but it definitely kills more time. Ball on the wrong side. And with 20 seconds to 2-goal differential, heck yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling game 4. Forest Lake advantage. Alexa doesn't win the one-on-one. Good defense from Bentley Horn. Maybe it is, you know, Kaka's squad for ground 0. 5 seconds left. Alexa does find another shot. It's off the post. Crazy won't down it. Double commit, miscommunication, does not matter. Forest Lake Green. 1 game away from taking out this series and continuing their undefeated record. Eyes on them right now, and they've been looking warmer and warmer, it looks like, with each passing game. That one not as close as our past ones. And this is why I'm nervous for that Taipan side as we get ready to go. You really felt like the Taipans had to win the first 2. After that first game, it didn't feel like enough was done yet. They had to, I almost feel like, take that second. Winning 2 in a row against Forest Lake's obviously super, super difficult. Now, instead of doing it to put them in a good spot, they're going to have to do it to win out this series. Forest Lakes, they get 2 chances to end this. Kickoff. Okay, wow, back and forth, but it is Forest Lake Greens who comes out on top. Spike shot. Programmer there, escorts it in. And we're not even 10 seconds into this game. Forest Lake Green already with the lead. Just put it in the work right there to get that one through. 1-0 in favor of Forest Lake. Not the start that the Taipans would have been looking for, but we'll see if they're going to be able to bring it back. I mean, another goal from Forest Lake, I do think would be a little bit devastating for them, as Programmer from down below stays with the play. Ooh, actually missed it, left it for Alexa, and this is not great. Not a great sign. I mean, you could argue it was a fake because Bentley kind of goes up with it, trying to stop it, but overall, I'm shaking my head a little bit. I'm a little bit worried right now for the Taipans in this one. Ball off the backboard. Alexa dunked on by Bentley, and that could have been the shot Yabot was there. Instead, we go the other way. We see more pressure coming from the Forest Lake Green side. No one quite able to put it in just yet. I'm kind of getting a little comfy right now. Starting to relax that little bit because it feels like Forest Lake, they are just playing a little too lights out, and those slight moments of unforced errors just really keeping the Taipans down and possibly out of this one. Chile side just can only watch as that ball kind of bounces around, goes back the other way. Pressure through that backboard. No one immediately underneath it. Crazy only can do so much. Now following it through Chile side. Shot net saved by Programmer. Not done yet. Programmer with the second touch as well. Ball's going to fall in front of the net, at least until Programmer actually stayed with it. Now here comes Alexa. Doesn't get the second touch. Sorry, that was Yabot who stayed with it up above, not Programmer. Either way. Ooh, Canterbury Taipans just throwing everyone on the attack, but no one able to quite put it through just yet. This timer keeps ticking down, keeps on clicking, clacking. Here we go, 3:15 towards the backboard, no shot. Out of the corner, perhaps a shot, or perhaps left for Programmer instead. Gonna be a pass forward. I love that cross up, the 1-2 punch. Crazy, making it 3-0. Good goal. Very good goal right there. 3-2-0 scoreline for Forest Lake Green. Taipans in a bit of strife right now. Desperate to try and bring this one back from the ceiling. Programmer puts it off the backboard. Save on the goal line. Crazy has a peek but can't commit. Now Alexa looking to cross up someone, looking to cross up anyone. Ends up just kind of crossing up themselves. Programmer can't stay with it from underneath. Oh! We got a disconnect on the Taipan side. Chili sign no longer on the pitch. And that's a problem. That's going to be a big, big problem. Programmer just kind of solo it down. Keeping our eyes open to see if, you know, anything gets done about that. But it looks like we're playing it through right now. Unsure what has happened to Chili sign. Taipans have not called for a timeout. So we will keep play moving forward. Off that backboard, Crazy goes up. Gets the second touch, offset backboard. Pressure is still there in the 2v3. But, you know, down 3 goals in the match point, if you're not getting that, you feel like that's got to be it. You don't see it happening. You don't see it coming back the other way. Programmer goes for the double. Doesn't quite find it. Defense still holding resolute. Forest Lake Green now with the numbers advantage. Just need to kind of hold on out. Only 100 seconds left in this game right now. And that's going to be an open net for Programmer. 4-0. Like, okay. Now, the reason why I'm calling this one an open net, yeah, you could say that, but there were 2 defenders there. But look at where the defenders are compared to where you can see the shot coming from. Like, unfortunately, the Taipan's defenders had kind of overcommit before the shot was even made. So, realistically, that ball could have put anywhere towards the goal, and it would have gone in. So, for all intents and purposes, that one was an open net. 90 seconds left on the clock. Forest Lake Green. I don't want to say it's victory lap time just yet, but it's you know, they're there for it. They got it done. And they're going to be staying undefeated in this league. Again, the big matchup, them and the Irish Warriors. Like, that's the one I feel like a lot of people should be keen for and should be excited to see in the future. 1:07 left on the clock. We will get it clear back across that midfield line. Let's add another goal. No, let's not, actually. Sorry, that shot was a bit wide right there as Bentley struggling to collect boost right now. Just trying to do what they can on the challenge front. So we do hit our final minute of play. Hats off to Forest Lake Green. Now they can start their victory. Oh, no. Oh, no! How did that not go in? Yeah, confusing play right there. Still, though, ball will cross that midfield line. Crazy racing back with it alongside Programmer. Yabot wants to make a play off that side while Crazy throws it down instead. Where we will find Alexa. I mean, this is one of those series, too, where you have to, like, really come to appreciate how strong of a side, you know, this Forest Lakes team has been for a while. The Canterbury Taipans, again, no slouches, especially when all 3 members are there. That's when they do look, obviously, their best, but this is a pretty big statement win for them. Forest Lake Green, proving that they still are going to be a favorites in this event as a whole. Another series, another competitor steps up, and they're going to be sent back down as well. Another goal in these dying moments. Good angle from Alexa. Right in the middle of the net as well. Enough to put this away. Final 4 seconds on the clock shall tick down. And you will have a Forest Lake Green victory. Very unfortunate that we lost Chili side in that, though. Not sure what happened. I cannot speak on that behalf, so hopefully everything was good with their net, because they do have another game that they will be needing to play today, as will Forest Lake Green, looking to continue their undefeated run. I mean, the Taipans, they have some more work to do, that is for sure, but I still see them as a potential favorite. The fact that they could take a game off the favorite in this league does speak volumes to how strong this team actually can be. For myself right now, though, and we are going to be taking a bit of a break. When we do come back, we're going to be getting even more Forest Lake action. How great is that? Forest Lake Blue will be taking on the Lockyer District High School. 2 undefeated teams, at least at the start of the day, about to go at it in a Conference B showdown. It's going to be fun. Stay with us. More Rocket League when we return. are right back at it here at the XPHSL, where esports begin at that high school level. We've already had our first matchup of the day. Forest Lakes looking pretty good. So good, in fact, we're going to be running that back again, this time with the other Forest Lakes squad, the Conference B squad, going up against Lockyer District High School. Now, Forest Lakes Blue, I believe, are also coming into today undefeated, looking... Well, I don't want to say just as strong because it's Conference B. There is a little bit of a differential between the two sides, but Lockyer District also coming in today undefeated. So this is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Granted, Conference B actually had a few undefeated squads coming in today, like Marston Mako still undefeated. Canterbury Taipans also undefeated. Yes, not the Taipans that we just saw, the Taipans 2, the second team, still undefeated here. So this is a very important match. We're still kind of trying to figure out where exactly a lot of these teams are sort of lining up in this one. And it's going to be an interesting one for sure. I don't know too much about the Lockyer District High School squad. This is going to be a little bit of a learning experience, I believe, for ourselves and for the stream as well. And hopefully that means for a bit of fun. That said, we are going to be heading to the pitch any moment now. We're going to Champions Field for this one, because why not? 2 undefeated teams. I think that's how it should be done. As we see, Forest Lakes have jumped in. Lockyer. There you go. They're going to come in as well. Got a little nervous. Always get a little nervous when teams just jump straight away into the matchup. But we are underway. Best of 5 between these two sides. Of course, the Forest Lake team, a little bit more known. They consist of a Mixer Stream, as well as Plaque Plays and Zerkow. On the Lockyer District side, we're going to be looking at Sam G alongside Grim Panda and Ashwana. Fun name to say, Ashwana, by the way. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'm pronouncing it the fun way to say it. So we'll see how they look. We'll see how they perform at the moment, though. Early days in this one, and Forest Lake, they looked a little faster to the opening kickoff, a little bit more, I'd say, committed. Mixer Stream, a name that has become a little bit more known on this stream as well. So when I start to remember your username, that's when I start looking at you to perhaps be that pop-off player that we want to see. For Lockyer District, I mean, Grim Panda, great name. Can't say I remember it quite as clearly, but I like it. So I'd like to see some big plays coming from the Grim Panda. I want to see big plays coming from everybody, though, especially in game number 1. The tone setter. First shot's going to come from Mixer Stream, though. Too many defenders in the way. Winds up pushing it wide as both attackers kind of get jammed a little bit into that corner. I'm going to say the same thing I did at the start of our last series as well. If you happen to be watching along and want to have a little chitty chat about what is happening, act as my analysis, my co-caster, my color extraordinaire, do feel free to talk to me in the Twitch chat. I appreciate it. It's a little lonely sometimes behind the microphone. Not lonely for these players, though. You'd hope they're going to be chatting and communicating and putting everything together. Sam G, backboard. Not enough for that first shot. Ashawana, not enough to really follow it through either. It'll have to be Zekao going over to Plaque Plays. Ball now up for grabs. Double commit for Forest Lake Blue might not matter, as enough time was given for them to recover from the little bit of a mishap. In fact, Zerkow puts the touch towards the center. Plaque Plays downs it, and we got ourselves a 1-0 lead. Yeah, triple commit in the corner from Lockyer District, and I don't care what level you're playing at, you're going to get punished for that one. Good job, Forest Lake Blue. They're going to take that early 1-0 lead. See how long they hold on to it for. So it is still early days in this series, so a lot of action to come. While making its way towards the backboard in the corner. Second touch towards the net. No one there to really put it away just yet. Zerkow do what they can. Try and create a little bit more of that space. Eventually, though, Lockyer District do get across that midfield line. Only a 1-goal game at the halfway point. So even though it feels like it's been quite Forest Lake dominated, one misplay could equalize the game. One misplay, though, could also put it away. Ooh, that ball was stagnant in a dangerous part on the pitch. Not enough for the goal. Not stagnant enough. Needs to be more stagnant. More still. More frozen. Almost like we're playing Rumble. Mixer Stream up. Tries to put it down opposite end. Ashawana has a peek. Swing. Miss. Mixer Stream now through the corner again. Finds Plaque Plays. Enough defense, though, there for the save. We're 2 minutes to go. Lockyer District still looking for their moment. No shots taken on the orange side. That's all well and good. 1 shot taken so far for Forest Lake Blue. It's been a very difficult game to generate a lot of traction. That is terrible spacing from Forest Lake. They do not get punished this time, though. I didn't see who got the ball. It looked like it might have been Zercal just because they're able to follow it through, but you don't want to see that. Both teams just, like, really keen to get ball chasey in this one. Very concerning. As the ball gets centered. Makes a stream, puts it back the other way. Plaque plays. Putting it down. Ashwana hesitates before committing, and they had boost to go for it. A little bit surprised by that one. Want to see you take those risks, especially when down a goal. Ashwana had a chance for at least a 50, if not a straight up shot. Let's see. We'll see if that kind of gameplay looks to improve in the future. Mixer stream. Swings and misses that ball in the corner. Pressure coming along the corridor where Plaque plays. Gets a touch. Now Zercal throwing it back over to Plaque plays. That touch is looking so good. Just a nice lobber from the midfield line in this game. That's all you need. Second shot of the game. Second goal of the game. Both from Plaque plays. And we got a 2-0 Forest Lake lead. Lockyer District. They need to get something going. This kickoff could be the beginning of it. Where's the attack? Defenders hitting each other. Where's the striker? Yes. Well, that's the first shot on goal. Was it accurate? No. Was it a beneficiary of 5 players missing the ball? Looked like it. But shot was still there, and I think that's going to be the first step forward that Lockyer needs. That said, though, in a low-shooting game, Forest Lakes Blue, that 100% shot accuracy, probably going to be enough to take this one home. Game number 1, 10 seconds left. Forest Lake Blue is going to get themselves the victory here. Start off this series with a bang, and speaking of bangs, one last shot off the backboard, not in on its mark. Not even registered as a shot. Plaque plays, keeps it alive. Ball hits the ground eventually. 2-0 victory, Forest Lake Blue. What a strange game 1. What a strange game 1. I feel like, yeah, I more risks to be taken on each side, but like, it's hard, right? When you're not 100% confident that you can get to that play first, it's easier to play that reactive style. It's easier to try and see and wait for what your opponents are going to do. But the problem is with both teams doing that, it becomes that much more difficult to get any sort of momentum going in your favor. And we are kind of playing a lot of this back and forth game. I do feel like Forest Lakes has been a little bit more consistent so far. That's how come they were able to create those opportunities. And they were more willing to take shots from further back. And that's something I'm going to be watching for as well as Plaque plays. Navigates the traffic. We're not even 10, 11 seconds into game number 2. And Forest Lake already with that lead. That did not take long at all. Here we go. 1-0 lead. Plaque plays. Crosses up the pitch. Now playing from that side wall where the ball gets kind of put up in the air. Where Plaque plays. And then throws it again back down. Ooh, Grim Panda! First shot really registered in this game. Second shot from Grim Panda in this series. It was very, very slow, and that's awkward. Awkward goal back in the opposite direction. Forest Lake Blue 2-0 lead. I like the attempt from Ashwana. I'm sorry. Trying to just reverse their way back into it, but unable to get there in time. And whoa! That kickoff. Very scary looking. Thought for a moment it was going to be enough to kind of put itself in. Not quite there just yet. As we're seeing pressure now coming up and above in that corner. Zercal throws it down. Ball towards the backboard. No strike straight away. Attackers just flinging themselves everywhere at it as YouTube, Zercal, escorting it back to their own side of the pitch. Always unusual to kind of see that, but I don't think it was too dangerous. Not this time around. Although the ball has been put in dangerous spots a fair bit, I would argue, at this stage of the game. The Lockyer district, not able to get their strike just yet. Contact on that side wall from underneath. There we go. Zerkal looking to connect to Plaque. Plays touch towards the goal. Oh, no! Across the net, not in. That's a little bit of funny business, a little bit of awkwardness, but it is what it is. Now, again, we're going to try to throw this one back. Sam G. Okay. Okay. A lot of swings and misses. No one really wants to be the aggressor. No one really wants to step forward too quickly for it. That's all well and good. Look, with the direction that this series is going, I wonder if 2 goals is going to be enough to secure this win. And I wonder if 2 games is enough to secure this series. I just haven't seen enough yet from Lockyer District as Plaque plays. 5th goal of the series, 3rd goal of this game, hat trick, and we're not even halfway through it. That was a very awkward play when it's all said and done. We watch the kickoff. Number 2, or actually number 4 here in game 2. 3-0 lead, Forest Lake. We're almost in cruise control right now for the Forest Lake side. Like, this 3-goal differential against a team that's, like, only put in 2 shots so far this series. Confidence has to be there for them. And I'm just going to be paying attention right now. More so, I want to watch and follow a lot of the first defensive touches and the potential follow-throughs that we're going to be seeing from the Lockyer side. So, here we go. There's a first defensive touch down in the corner. Don't know where the rotation was. There were 2 players rotating back when that touch got made. I would have liked to see someone underneath it. Like, those are the types of situations where a little bit of team cohesion can go a long way. 4th goal, though, will come through. As we watch this again, Sam G just kind of pushed it away from the team, straight down the middle to where an attacker was waiting. Yeah, it feels as if Lockyer District is more concerned about making contact almost with these first defensive touches as opposed to thinking about where they want that first defensive touch to be. And this is going to sound harsh. How do I word this in a good way? Based on the experience that I'm seeing, purely based on the mechanics of Lockyer District, I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing that that's where their focus is. And I know that sounds hard to say because it's like they're losing 4-0. They're not really getting the attacking pressure. Things do look rough for them. But the reason why I'm saying that is because at this stage of your Rocket League sort of journey, as Zerkal's going to put another win, it's the consistency is the thing that you should be focusing on. I think just making that contact is good enough. And if you have better spacing, that's more where you can fix the problem. It's just an interesting situation where we're always seeing Lockyer District on defense just kind of clump together and like double commits when you don't necessarily need that. Like if you're focusing more on the contact than where the ball is being placed, that's where the reactive play can actually come in handy. And just because the ball is near your net doesn't mean that you can like you have to all of a sudden go super proactive. You can still play that reactive style that you're more comfortable with. Just play it closer to the corners. Give yourself that wide berth. Make sure you have enough boost to kind of drive in forward just in case the unforced error does happen. That way, it'll be easier for you to actually drive forward and then challenge more in that midfield line as things do progress. And yes, we are aware of Zerkal just kind of running up the scoreline right now. Everybody on Forest Lake able to get a couple goals in. 6-0 lead for the Forest Lake team. They're winning this series, or they're winning this game, I should say. They're going to be going to match point in the series. We're not quite in Game 3 yet. Game 3 goes this way. They're winning this series, and it's just going to be a day dedicated to Forest Lakes, which is what it is. Lockyer Districts, time to dig deep. What you guys got? What you got in you? Zerkal trying to play off that side wall. Touch towards the backboard. Ball falling in front of the net. No one there to strike it in just yet as we take it all the way back up the other way where Mixer Stream. Ooh, awkward touch. This could be an opening for Lockyer. Ball gets pushed across the net, not quite in it. Half a minute to go, 6-0 lead. It's going to be a 2-0 series lead for Forest Lake going into Game 3, match point. If we were playing baseball, we'd be going to the Lockyer District home turf at the end of this one, but I'm not sure if the home field advantage really applies when you're playing online. Yeah, 19 seconds. 7-0. I wonder, do we get the score? You know the score I'm thinking. Do we go there? Do we travel there? 15 seconds remaining. Ooh, Sam G could have had that shot. Instead, Black plays going the other way. Defense makes the first touch. Zerkow finds the next. Ball in front of the net. Oh, Ashwana nearly kind of reversed it into their own goal. Ball's now going to be dropped middle of the field. Forest Lakes 2-0 up in this series after a much more dominant game number 2 than game number 1. Interesting. Take note of... Oh, we can't really see it here. I am curious, though, because Forest Lakes... So here's something that I think is a promising sign. Sam G and Ashwana have the same tag. Grim Panda does not. So that tells me at least 2 of them play together on the Lockyer side. All 3 members on the side of Forest Lake have the same tag. And it also looks like a Bliss tag, which is interesting. For those of you who are unaware, fun little fact happening right now. A few of the gaming hubs here in Brisbane having a little bit of a showdown over the next couple Tuesdays. Something to keep your eyes on right now. Bliss, one of these gaming hubs who are going to be competing against the likes of, you know, TGG as well. So keep your eyes on that space. Things are going to get very spicy very, very soon. I believe it starts next week, if not tomorrow. I'm going to get a little confirmation on that. My dates are a little bit confused right now. My brain is still mush, all right? RLCS was yesterday. It was crazy. That's an own goal. Or is it? Yeah, no, that is an own goal. That is absolutely an own goal. Forest Lake Blue. What just happened there? Black plays. I think was trying to go for the crossbar. That's awkward. 1-0 lead for Lockyer District. And hey, maybe that's the momentum they need. After losing 7-0, oftentimes in these high school leagues, you kind of start to write a team off. But now with the advantage, can Lockyer District hold on to this? Game 2 definitely got away from them. There's time. Zerkow through the corner. Pressure still being applied. It is Forest Lake Blue looking for that equalizer. A minute is a long time to play defense right now for the Lockyer District. I mean, and they've got to do it for 4 of those. So we'll see if they can make it happen. Strange double commit happening along that corridor. Ball's going to make its way towards the backboard and start to fall down. What a redirect! Mixture Stream with the equalizer. Even Grim Panda is just saying, wow, to that one right there. Boom. Over the top of 2, Sam G. I just did not have the time to react to that. Tight ball game with 3:48 to go. Great play from the Forest Lake side. I don't think we're done. Mixer Stream. Towards the corner. Ball bouncing towards the net. Grim Panda. Oh! Not getting those touches in Mixer Stream now. Oh! Ooh, another near own goal for the Forest Lake Blue side. As for Lockyer District, again, a reminder. This team... No! There is the own goal. I don't know about this one. I don't know about that one. Yeah. Not sure what Mixer Stream was trying to do there. Kickoff's going to go in, though, so we're tied once again. Watch this play. Just faster to it. Finds the touch. Mixer Stream. Tie ball game. Kicking this one off right now. Watch a little bit from the point of view briefly there of Mixer Stream, who goes up for that challenge. Ashwana from behind tries to chase it through. Ball now up for grabs. Zerkow leaves it for Plaque Plays. Mixer Stream just following Plaque Plays, who doesn't get to the challenge in time. So we get another touch through that corner. Waiting for it. Grim Panda now given space. Trying to follow it through. Zerkow goes straight to Ashwana. They don't do too much with it straight away. Tie ball game. 2.5 minutes remaining. 2 own goals have what's tied this game up, which is still kind of tough to believe as we're starting to see, I think, panic in the decision making coming from the Lockyer side. I saw a goalkeeper. Never like seeing goalkeepers. Sam G does enough defensively to make the save, and that's not what I meant with that right there. That's not what I meant by the goalkeeper. Shot aerial. Double commit from the defenders. One of them winds up hitting the post. That was Ashwana, who lets the ball get behind them. Grim Panda touch towards the backboard. What? Oh, Forrest Blake Blue a little bit over eager, and now 2 minutes remaining, and we're not seeing that same confidence from the Forrest Lake Blue side. Definitely looking shakier. Maybe they can turn it back around off the backboard. Where is the shot? There it is. It's wide. Not in. Volps Gaming says Nora 6. R6. Rainbow 6. Nora. I should have just called you Nora. How you doing? Bump. Ball's going to fall in front of the net. Why did Mixer Stream... So, I like what they were trying to do right there for the Force Lake Blue side. Again, it was an attempt at a defensive pass, but you could have played it in a safer spot. Shots going high. Plaque plays, delicate touch, not quite in. And instead of going for the cut, they're trying to rotate back. Zerkow steals it away. Still keeping that attacking pressure there as we go across once again. First touch from Mixer Stream is good. Gets popped up, though, in that opposite direction. That actually could become dangerous. It's going to go close, but not quite in the net. Lockyer District, they need that goal, but instead it's going to be Mixer Stream. Weird touch. They come back up the other way. Black Place disrupts it. Oh, Ashwana. Oh, you don't always want to flip for boost, and that is why you give yourself less time to make those micro adjustments, and the lack of the micro adjustment stops the goal from going in. That shot will, though. Grim Panda takes a late lead, and the 2 own goals might actually punish Forest Lake Blue. $33. Forest Lake looking for that equalizer. They got one on a kickoff before. Oh, where's the backup? Mixer Stream too far back. Not quite there. Lockyer District. They just need a couple strong defensive touches, and this game is there, and we'll be going to a game 4. Plaque plays off the backboard. Looks for Zerkow. Again, remember, game 2 was 7-0. Swinging a miss from Zerkow. Leaves it for Mixer Stream, driving it to the wall. Just going to try to drop it in front of the net. Plaque plays, puts it through. And we got a tie game with 8 seconds left. I love this 3-man play, by the way. Mixer Stream fully committed to dropping it in a dangerous spot. You had Plaque plays, I believe the player who was looking for the bump or the demo in the net, and then Zerkow coming through to just seal the deal. Kickoff! Very good for Lockyer District. 5 seconds left in regulation. Do we see a 0-second play? I mean, we could see it right here from Zerkow. Nope, it gets dropped. All right, overtime it is. Forest Lake Blue gets this. They win the series. Where is my Halloween outfit? Ah, look. It's too hot. Dishonored. Not wearing it right now. I am sorry to say. To be honest, I actually completely forgot it was Halloween until you just brought it up. Because I saw so many Halloween celebrations and like kids in costumes yesterday. I just kind of assumed it was yesterday and not today. 27 seconds into this overtime. By the way, this could be the last game of the afternoon. That could have been the last shot, but Zerkow cannot make contact. Plaque plays, keeping it there, but that's all 3 members of Forest Lake so far forward. Zerkow buying time. Can't get the pass back to the middle. It's going to have to make us an attempt. This time playing it through the corner. Takes the shot. Not quite there. Crossing up the pitch we go. Double commit. Oh, eventually we'll go to Plaque Place. Tries to throw it down center. Sam G steps forward. Had the speed. Zerkow, though, with anywhere they can work with it. Actually, he's going to try to pass it to themselves. Throwing it back down. No one's in the middle of the pitch. Plaque Place has to pass it to themselves now. Big bump from the defense. Stops the shot from coming through. Uh-oh, Sam G, a little bit awkward. Zerkow, a lot of space to work with, but goes for the slow touch, and Ashwana says, yes, thank you. Where is that killer instinct? Forest Lake Blue, game 2 was just so aggressive, and we haven't seen that at all in game 3, and it's making me nervous. Then we see random double commits like that. Might not matter. Zerkow just needs one more touch. It's off the post, and the defender puts it in. That's going to do it. Forest Lake Blue takes it in a game 3 overtime. Sam G. Oh. That's going to be 3-0 victory right there. CJ, or Yummy, a better caster? You are trying to get me to say slanderous things right now, Dishonored. I'm not sure I appreciate that. I can say, Forest Lake Blue, 3-0 victory. I think it depends what you're looking for in a caster. Like, it really is comparing apples and oranges between those two. So it's hard. I think if I want to learn more about the game, have a chill time, relaxing time, sit back, relax at the end of the day, I'd rather listen to Yummy, just sort of explain what's going on and learn from Yummy. But if I'm in a more joyful, energetic mood and I want to laugh and, like, you know, be rambunctious, then I look towards CJ. I think they each have those strengths in those different ways. So it kind of falls down to what you want to see more. So yeah, different moods for different days, I suppose. They're each great. But I can't pick one like that. That's just asking me to shoot myself in the foot. Look, that is going to do it for us here today, though. A big thank you to our sponsors, of course, Computer Alliance, Inspire Tech, and EPOS. A big thank you to TGG as well. Check it out. There's going to be a lot of interesting Rocket League esports happening Tuesdays. Keep your eyes on this space. And not to mention, we're going to be back again next week as well. Forest Lake, sweep it through the day. They lost game number 1 back in Conference A, but after that, it was the Forest Lakes dominant show. My name is Formal. Thank you for joining us again for another great week, and I will not be seeing you next week, unfortunately. I don't know what's going to happen with the stream. Maybe there'll be someone else casting. Maybe it'll just be the gameplay without the casters. I am sorry. We'll not be here next week, but I'll be back for you guys in 2 weeks' time, so do keep your eyes glued on this space, and until then, have a great day, everybody.
There we go! What a round! I called it!
Vision is clouded. It feels like we've been aging faster. I feel so secluded. I really wish that things got better.